And we're live. We'll give it some time for everybody to join and let my man Ben get on here. And then we'll start you guys off with a little injury report as soon as we get a few more guys on here. All right, for the few guys that we got on here, we'll start with last night. Like I said in the today's video, hope our How to Beat the Bookie members check the website late, just before tip-off. Had a few places go to 4.5 on the 76ers and Raptors. That was just enough for me to take the Raptors plus 4.5. I did so thinking how much could Tobias Harris produce in his first game back after missing 6 games. But he played real well. Curry not so much. But 4.5 was just enough points for me to take Toronto. Guys, that's 13-1. Last 7 days, 13-1 run in the NBA. Absolutely killing it. Are you coming on with me, Ben? Where are we? I see a lot of my great guys out there. I hope, guys, if you want to come on in, Ty Crane, I know you one of the guys been with me for a while. Well, you guys, anybody's got any questions, T-Push, let me know. We'll get you on. We'll answer some questions. Let's see, do I got you yet? You guys got to bear with me still working hard. There we go. All right, Ben, we got you.
How's it going, John?
Right, good. So just giving a little quick introduction, saying how yesterday, just a little bit before game time, with the injury information for the 76ers, Seth Curry was going to play. Tobias Harris was coming back for the injury. Game went up to 4, and then some spots, 4.5. I took 4.5. Let the members know I took 4.5. Again, guys, if you're not a VIP member, there's only one other thing to do. You've got to check the website right after tip-off, and anything can happen. That's the NBA. I mean, and that's the state of affairs in today's COVID world that we're in. Anything can happen with these guys. So that's, like I said, that was another win of 13-1 last 7 days. Ben, I'm just going to get some guys in here right from the jump today. This is another guy I know that he's been with me for a while. Let's see if that worked. Again, guys, I apologize. Still learning how to do all of this stuff here.
Hey, John.
There he goes. What's doing, my man?
How's it going?
How's it going?
Good.
What game we looking at tonight?
I can't give my games tonight away. But I'll tell you, all I can tell you guys is this. I'm going to throw out a little hint there. The game that I gave our How to Beat the Bookie VIP members, I gave them a game last night at 10:30. I told them anybody's got access to overnight lines, go bet this game. And this game has now moved up to 2 points right now. I'll tell you all about that game tomorrow, though.
Okay.
What else, my man? What else can like I said, I know you've been a follower for quite a while.
Yeah. So what did you think about the Bulls game last night? I'm from Chicago, so I've been watching the Bulls every night.
Okay, so Bulls didn't play last night.
The night before, I'm sorry.
Yep. Look, Bulls get a bad break. We're just talking about COVID, and Vucevic gets hit with the COVID.
Right.
And they're going out to Golden State. You're a Bulls fan?
Yes, sir.
Right, my man. You ain't going to want to hear these stats, then.
Oh, tonight? Yeah, they play the Warriors.
You know how to be a Bookie member?
You know what? I'm actually looking at the website right now. I'm about to put it in. I'm about to become a member.
All right. Here, these stats, I haven't pulled the trigger on this game because Draymond Green is questioned for Golden State. But right now, you got Warriors are going to be playing their 8th and final game of their homestand. They're 6-1 straight up, 5-1-1 against the spread on this homestand. They beat the Timberwolves 123-1 night. Their 6th straight win by double digits. The Bulls have lost their last 6 visits to Golden State by an average of 26.2 points per game. All 6 were by double digits. I know that cannot make you feel good about your chances tonight.
Not too good, no.
Look, the only break they get, being that this is the first team that they're going to play, Golden State doesn't have a dominating center. You know, Looney's nobody that's going to punish them inside. But if they were coming to look, first of all, they can't play Philly. Philly owns them. But
right.
If Philly have to play Embiid, or let's say you're playing even the Timberwolves, and you got Cat. You know, right now they're playing small with DeRozan at the 4 to start with.
Right.
So they're going to have their work on. I'm actually very interested to see how this game flows today.
All right, John. I appreciate it.
All right, my man. Thanks for following so long.
Anytime, man.
All right, so like I said, guys, we'll start with just a quick rundown. And Draymond Green was one of the injuries. But right from the top, let's see. P.J. Washington still out for Charlotte. I know not a household name, but it's a good, solid guy off the bench for Charlotte. Olenek, he's going to be out about 6 weeks for Detroit Pistons. Norman Powell for the Trailblazers. They're starting small forward, questionable. Has been for the case for the last 6-7 games. Ingram, questionable for the Pelicans. I've got Ayton still out for the Suns. Steve Adams, questionable for Memphis. And Dylan Brooks, who just came back from the hand injury, they're going to sit him out today. They're not going to let him play back-to-back. Tonight's the front end of a back-to-back. Halliburton missed the last couple of games for Sacramento. He's their starting point guard. He's still out, questionable to return tonight. For the Hawks, again, they had Hunter and Bogdanovich miss the last game in Utah. They had game-time decisions. Guys, anytime I put an abbreviation on the website, GTD, that's game-time decision. While I'm on that subject, LW last week, LY last year, TY this year, a lot of abbreviations. I'm sure you should get, but some guys question it. Then, like I said, you got Dre questionable at Golden State, and that pretty much wraps up where we are. And as we do every night, if I get information on the injuries, I'll pass them along. Just want to throw a new thing I'm going to start doing. As I told you guys from the beginning, what made me find Ben was help in what I do, because the man hours are insane, and to broaden out into college sports, hockey, even MMA. So what I'm going to do each night is let Ben take over for a couple of minutes. Because I don't do the college, let him give you his selections in college and what's going on. And hopefully he's good enough, and we're going to put him on and give him a regular spot. And you'll see on How to Beat the Bookie, a little college spot. So go ahead, Ben. Why don't you take it from here?
Yeah, so we got a couple of college football games tonight. We have a couple of college basketball games tonight. I'm touching one in each sport. So the one in college basketball I really like is Iowa State money line. The line opened up actually +2 for them, and then now it's down. Now they're -1 favorites, so it's been a 3-point swing. That's all since this morning. Just to touch in on the game a little bit, I mean, everyone's pretty high on Oregon State from last season. They made the nice little March Madness run. They honestly weren't supposed to make the tournament. Then they had a good conference tournament run. They ended up beating UCLA in the conference tournament, made the March Madness tournament, and then they had some upsets. Prior to that, the head coach was on a hot seat. Looked like he was going to get fired, and then made the run, brought him back. They lost a lot of their key scores. Meanwhile, you look at Iowa State side of things, and they had a bunch of guys they lost. However, they brought in 7 transfers. So everyone they brought back in, they have guys with experience. Their opening game the other night, they had a good win in the season opener. They won by 11, and they shot over 53% from the field. Meanwhile, Oregon State shot 42% in their season opener, and this Oregon State team's just not that good. They lost all the talent they had that survived them in the March Madness tournament. Everyone's really low on Iowa State because of how they played last season, but they have a whole new roster. They have a whole new head coach and a roster with experience, and I like them in this spot here opening night. I think it's a big-time letdown spot for Oregon State. And then over on in college football, there's an under I like tonight. We have Boise State playing Wyoming. I really like the under 48.5 in this game. The last 4 games for Boise State, they have had an average of 41.2 points. So that's 7 points under that the total for tonight. Boise State's unders in conference play, they have been 6-1 in conference play. And for Wyoming, their unders in conference play have been 5 of 2 the last 7. And you look at some of the scoring totals here for Wyoming tonight, and their last 5 games, they have an average of 31.6 points on the total. The QB that's in for them, he's actually coming in after – it's only his 3rd start tonight. He's been playing too much. He's the backup. But since his starts, he's only thrown the ball more than 22 times once, so he's not a big throwing QB. He runs a lot of the time. Wyoming's been running a lot as a football team. And as a team this year, Wyoming has only allowed over 400 yards of offense once this season. It's just going to be a slugfest running conference football game, and I like that under 48.5. Neither of these teams in the last 4 games for Boise State and the last 5 games for Wyoming have gone over that total, and I don't think they go over it again here tonight.
And with that, guys, watching Ben do that whole breakdown, and now you know why I picked Ben to help me out, because love the way he did the breakdown. This was I saw on his show and on his site, Better Media, and really enjoyed watching him do the breakdown. Very similar to me. Don't know how he could be that similar to me with my extra 30-something years of experience on him, but very good, and that's why really appreciate the time and effort that he puts in. Again, one of my biggest things was to find someone that not only had the knowledge, but that was going to make the effort, put in the time that it takes. Like I said, this takes time. If your fake capper gives you a bet at 9 o'clock in the morning, and he's on the golf course at 10 or out on his boat, he ain't putting in the time. He's throwing darts at a dartboard. So again, great job, Ben. We'll keep track of that, and Ben will be here by popular demand. If you guys want Ben more Ben, we'll give you more Ben. I can't believe I got no guys joining. None of you guys want to get on. We must have all like fucking criminals that they can't show their scared to get pitched maybe by their wife or girlfriend. I don't know what it is. But anyway, I guess we'll go to a little football, and we can talk some stuff over there, some injuries. First of all, we'll talk a little bit about last night's game. So how many of you fake cappers shit their fucking pants when Baltimore got beat out? Because that was one of the best things that I get. T-Push, Ben. So you get some fans already.
I appreciate that, T-Push.
So yeah, as I was saying, you get these guys that use these totals, these fake parlays that they're gonna go with the money line on Baltimore, and they're gonna do the over. So everybody took it in their ass that used Baltimore last night. If you were watching the show as the line was going up, I said if there's only one bet I can make, and if the line was to hit 10, I would take Dolphins. Actually, it didn't go to 10, but it was Dolphins and nobody at that number. Couldn't see betting Baltimore. I mean, they like I said, they've been starting slow and shit. You can't get much of a slower start than they get off to. But anyway, for this week, Jacksonville Lawrence has missed a couple of practices. I mean, he hasn't missed. I'm sorry, he's been limited in a couple of practices. Head coach says he's fine, that he's going to play. Robinson, the running back, he missed last week. Carlos Hyde filled in well for him, but Robinson is questionable again this week. For Cleveland, Chubb has officially been announced that he will not play. He's got COVID. He's out. A couple of running backs, Harris and Stevenson, for New England, they're both going to be questionable, but they use the running back by committee. For Dallas, Gregory, their defensive end, he's tied for the team lead with sacks. He's out this week. Buffalo, they're going to lose Edmonds, the linebacker, leads the team in tackles, but they're going to get tight end Knox back. Jets will have quarterback White back. He got knocked out of the game Thursday. He'll be back. Big blow to New Orleans. Me and Ben had talked about this. We were both kind of leaning towards New Orleans. If I could have got 3.5 on the game, I'd have been all over New Orleans. But now Alvin Kamara is out for New Orleans. He is their best offensive player. So, but on the other side of the coin, just getting a note here that Julio Jones pulled the hammy again at practice yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Questionable. He did not practice today at all, so he's very questionable. And if you've been following Julio Jones the last couple of years, he's just on and off the injured list. Can't stay healthy. When he's healthy, still one of your top receivers. But so if these two guys out, you're taking two real offensive weapons away. You know where that's going to lean me towards if that's the case. Total right now sitting at 44.
To answer Julio, you were asking about Wyoming plus 14 tonight. I lean on Wyoming plus 14 in that game. I wouldn't touch the Boise State spread, but I just think the under is safer. Boise State's a tough place to play in, so I don't know if it's going to be one of those where Wyoming's offense just struggles to get going all around. But I don't see Boise State putting up too many points at all. So I do think that I lean Wyoming plus 14. I think Wyoming keeps it close because I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I could see Boise State with a garbage time touchdown to put it away. So I would stay away from that and go with the under.
Just to get back to the rest of the NFL, so I'm going to wrap that up before we go on. Guys, I see your questions. Maybe while I run the rest of this down, Matt, jot down some of the questions. We'll answer them.
Yep.
Tampa Bay, they're going to come off the bye week, and they're going to be really banged up. You're going to have no Gronk. Antonio Brown still out. And now Godwin, the other wide receiver, very questionable. So you got three weapons of Brady, very questionable. Remember, this game, guys, this is playoff revenge for Washington football team. They played Tampa Bay pretty tough last year in the playoffs. Wind up losing that game. Both teams are coming off a bye. Detroit's going to be without Williams. Again, they're running back. Steelers, they're going to lose Claypool, the wide receiver. So Pittsburgh, again, we gave this game out. I gave this game out Tuesday morning to the VIP members. As soon as this line came out, we were taking the Lions plus 9. More had to do with the spot being Lions had a bye week. Steelers going to play Monday Night Football. Now add to that Claypool out, less offense. I see a real low-scoring game here, and my number on this game is 7. 9 was a take. What do we got? We got for the Chargers, defensive lineman Bosa. He missed practice today, and you're going to want to have Bosa in that lineup against Minnesota. Carolina, Donald's been put on the injured reserve list. He's done for the year. By now, anybody that's a football fan, you've heard Carolina signed Cam Newton. He won't start. Walker will start. He's horrible. If you can believe it, he's actually worse than Donald. And Arizona, Murray has a chance to play. Also, the wide receiver Hopkins. Murray was back in practice today. We'll know more about that tomorrow. To me, this is just me. This is not any official word. I don't know why you would play Murray in this game. You're going to beat them anyway. Give him another week's rest. Colt McCoy will beat Carolina. And then the game, everybody's, you get the two big quarterbacks, the showdown. Russell Wilson, they have now made him probable. He was in practice all week, but they've given him the probable tag, taking the questionable off. And it's going to be tomorrow if Rodgers passes all the COVID tests, if he'll be able to play. Obviously, if Wilson is in and Rodgers is out, you don't need a genius to tell you that the bet is going to be Seattle. Whoever saw Love, there was high hopes for this kid Love. But you saw him last week against Kansas City's putrid defense. I don't know how he's going to get anything on the board. And Philly.
To add on to what you were saying there about as far as Arizona not playing Kyler Murray with, J.P. Walker in for or P.J. Walker in for Carolina. I mean, Carolina kind of told you what they thought about Walker when they went and got Cam Newton because that's the most embarrassing thing they had to do. They're still paying Bridgewater, Darnold, and now they're bringing back Cam Newton. So that told you everything they thought about what they have a chance for on Sunday. So I'm with you on not using Murray. Keep him healthy for the postseason.
Look, even unless he's 100%, I just don't see any reason. So, I mean, if my thinking is, when you have your superstar, especially in NBA, this is just a general rule. You're not going to bring a superstar back unless he's 100%. So that's why I like to, okay, they're bringing him back. I know he's ready to play, or he should be. It's a shock when they're not. Yes, some guys, they're going to break them in slow, like Toronto's doing with Siakam. That's why I didn't think it was a big deal that Siakam was going to be out for Toronto last night. in the 2 games that he's played, I think he's averaged 22 some odd minutes. He's not lighting it up. Van Vliet is the man right there right now. So Siakam being out last night really wasn't a big deal. But usually when you're first bringing a guy back, if he's missing a couple of days, you're bringing him back, that he's 100%, and that's okay to play him. So I would only imagine, especially if you guys are the fantasy guys, if Murray's coming back, you would think he's 100%. Why play him at any less? Just doesn't make sense. They've got the lead on the Rams. They've got the head-to-head win over the Rams. It just wouldn't make any sense to me. And we still got nobody out there that wants to come on. That's crazy stuff. I guess this is going to be just show that me and you got to talk, Ben.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I know last night, guys, that there was people asking about, strategies as far as trap lines and spots for college football. I was looking at the slate. I'm putting a video up later tonight. But as far as that Purdue team we talked about last week, they upset Michigan State. Michigan State was a 3rd-ranked team in the country at the time. Now Purdue comes in 21-point underdogs to Ohio State. And I think this is a spot for Ohio State to kind of light it up against Purdue. I mean, Ohio State has beaten, in 5 of their 8 wins, they've beaten teams by 21 or more. They've had 4 games with 50-plus points. They're the 2nd-best offense in college football. So just to kind of touch on what we talked about yesterday, I think that's another example of a kind of a trap spot and a letdown spot for Purdue this week.
Anything else there, Ben, with the because college is your thing. We're going to let you just run with the college.
Yeah. I got a couple more action for tomorrow, guys, in college football. If you guys are interested, Texas A&M plays Ole Miss. Kind of going to be a big game on ESPN, but last 6 times they have met, the under's gone 6 times. A&M right now is holding the 2nd-best defense right now in college football. They're holding teams to 14.7 points per game. Obviously, Ole Miss, one of the better offenses, but the last 4 games for Ole Miss, those have all 4 gone under. They've had an average total of 49 points per game in those 4 games, 8 points under the total for tomorrow at 57. The last 12 times that Texas A&M has been a road favorite, 10 of those 12 have gone under. It's another conference game. Again, kind of similar to what we talked about tonight with Wyoming and Boise State. I think it's going to be a similar type of football game where it's going to be a defensive-focused conference battle. Ole Miss, home underdogs, I do think they have a chance to get the win, but they haven't had success against Texas. I think I cut out there. I don't think they're going to continue to have success here in this spot, but I do think it'll be a bit more low scoring. A&M's going to hold down their offense. There will be some more college football plays I have tomorrow, guys. There's going to be a video out tonight, and then obviously on the live stream, we're live pretty much every single night. So we'll be live tomorrow during the college slate. If you guys want to come hang out with us, we'll talk about more college games, have more college plays, as well as keeping up with live lines. I mean, there's always a good spot to get live lines, especially in NBA, but in college football, you can get some nice spots as well.
Not much action in right now in the NBA. The lines are pretty quiet. Got no injury news to report. Like I said, guys, another winner last night. Had Toronto not too far before tip-off. Like I said, when that line moves, so you got to keep today's the last day for the free. We gave you guys a free shot, free trial on the VIP. Today's the last day for the VIP. And I wish more people would have took advantage of it. It's a great tool because instead of having to worry about going to check the site, refresh, boom, I make a play, you get hit with a text message, and you know what you're doing. Again, last night, I'm going to give this game out now because this game is basically a pick everywhere. I gave out Celtics +2 at 10:30, 10:40 last night. I told the guys, the VIP members, go get the Celtics +2. Reasoning on that game, you got Milwaukee Bucks. This is going to be their 4th city. 6 days. They're on a little trip. Not only playing the games, they also had to stop at the White House for the big ceremony. So it might be a little bit of a tired team coming into the Celtics. They've had a day of rest. Celtics last year, the teams played 3 times. Celtics beat them by a point in Boston. The opening night, they split a pair of games in Milwaukee. Celtics covered all 3, and 2 is just not the right number here. My number on this game was Celtics actually won, and a little more than won because of the spot with Milwaukee. So if you're a VIP member, you get 2. Unfortunately, by the time I got up 11 o'clock this morning, it was mostly 1.5. So if you're a regular member, but if you're hearing it here first, Now you're forced to take the game at a pick 'em. Guys, when I tell you my numbers are the best, there's nothing like my numbers. No Sager and ratings, no ESPN. Say it over and over. Forget every one of these guys that ever called themselves a handicapper. They don't even know the game. They're throwing darts at the dartboard. 90% of them are no better than you are. They're just out there doing a side hustle, and hey, I don't knock them for that. They can't come close. I give you guys lane. I give you guys the line. Give you the game ahead of time before it moves. Okay. Me and Ben we shared a laugh last night. Got a guy that's he's promising a victory today, a win on the Nets Pelicans game. But at that point, there wasn't even a line on the game because, as you guys know, I use the Don Best screen, which gives me the lines of all the major casinos and North Shore sports books. Nobody had a line on the game, but this guy was already promoting that he had the winner of the Nets Pelicans game. Great job, buddy. You know, again, like another guy like Jay Cavalier that we talked about yesterday, Jay Cavalier also had his promotion that he had the winner of the game, the total, and the parlay in yesterday's Baltimore Ravens Dolphins game. I would love to see the expression on all his customers' faces today because he's got the winner every Monday, Sunday, and Thursday night. Fucking guy is the greatest. He's the greatest ever. Again, guys, you're dealing and you're getting knowledge from a guy who's been in the business over 40 years. Line making is what I do. How I make the numbers is just how the line makers in Vegas make them, only I'm better. And that's just all there is to it. And I prove that every day. You'll see the lines move my direction. When I tell you bet a game, the line's going to move in that way. I told you guys early in the week, bet the Lions +9. I know the Lions suck. It's a great spot. That game's already down to 7.5 and 8. Ben, anything more? If we don't got anybody else, we'll wrap it up early tonight because I know, Ben, it's Friday night. You got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, just to touch in on that last point you were making there about line movement. I mean, guys, as far as John and his numbers, we've been talking a couple of weeks now, maybe a month, and every time he's shown me, and before we've been working with each other day by day, I've seen his plays. He's told me the lines. I see the lines the night before. The line moves his direction every single time. Just this week alone, Pistons +4.5. It went up to a 3 before game time. He just told you right now about the Celtics tonight. I mean, the Lions play, we talked about that yesterday. That went from 9 to now it's 8, 7.5. It's going that way. And that's been like that every single day. And so you want a capper who's on the right reads. You want a capper who's the lines are moving with his plays. And yeah, John does the research. We do the research. We put in the time. So I would suggest to put the extra money in to get the VIP membership. If you're not a VIP member, if you're just a regular member, because you're going to get the line at the best possible bet. I mean, if you got lines +9 a couple days ago, you have 2 points better to work with heading into Sunday. You didn't have to pay the price for it, pay the vig. Definitely something you want.
Look, it's huge. You know, it might not be huge to that one game, but if you're betting over a course of a year and you're getting a half a point, a point better edge, that's the edge. Again, how to beat the bookie? You beat the bookie by beating the number. When you beat the number, you beat the game. Again, this is over a course of time. I'm red hot right now. I've had cold streaks, and I don't hide from them because anybody that says they win every day and how great they are, they're full of shit. I'm going to win more than I'm going to lose over a period of time. That I can guarantee you. Why? Because I know what the line should be. And between me and Ben, we're sitting in front of computers 18 hours a day looking for injuries. So not only are we on top of the line, but we're on top of every injury. We get those injuries out to you guys ASAP. Guys, it was great having you. This first 3 days was like a little test period. We won't do it on the weekend. Obviously, just too much sports going on, especially with college that Ben's dealing with. And we got like Friday night into Saturday is always a very tough day. Just to touch on one more thing. Friday to Saturday, you get a busy NBA nights, and you're getting ready for pro football. One of the reasons why I only have one bet so far in NBA today, and unless there's an injury pops up, because the line was really good today. The only soft spot I saw was the Celtics game. And this is why. You look down the schedule today, and every team that's playing today, there's no back-to-backs. There was only 3 NBA games yesterday. So the line makers had a real, 2 full days to make this line today. And that's when they come with a strong line. That's why you see the easiest, the most profitable, which I don't do, which I'm hoping Ben is going to be the man for, is college basketball. It's got the most amount of games on the board. the most chance for a soft spot. Again, these guys get paid big money in Vegas to make the lines, and they know what they're doing. But they're not perfect. They're going to make a mistake here and there. Not as much as the rest of the fake cappers say, oh, the lines are soft. Now, the lines aren't fucking soft. They just might have not have the perfect line, because when you get that many games on the board, you just might miss one here or there. And like I said, NBA, there was only 3 games yesterday. Full card tonight, full card tomorrow. They worked on this card. Tough spot. I only made the 1 pick myself. Again, that's why college sports, the more games you got, more chances to get a soft spot. So pretty much, Ben, what do you think about Bama minus 11.5 tonight? Give him this last one, and we're wrapping it up.
Yeah, I'm staying away from that game. I would lean Bama if I were to touch that game. It's Bama actually I'm pretty high on this season as far as an SEC team goes with college basketball. Just the double digits here. I mean, South Dakota State, they've had a bit of success lately, and that goes to close the season as a road underdog. They were 5-0 against the spread, or 5-0-1 the last 6 games against the spread on the road as an underdog. They are 10-3-1 against the spread the last 14 games. That was the closeout last season. Like I said, I'm high on Bama this year, but I just haven't seen enough of them to trust them against a good road team. So I'm staying away from that game, but I do lean Bama.
All right, Ben, way to go. Guys, like I said, have a great weekend. If you're not a member, I don't know what you're waiting for, guys. Join the team. Let's make some money. Ben, I'll talk to you later. Guys, have a great weekend. We'll see you guys 5 o'clock on Monday.
See you guys. Win some money.